So let's begin. Today we start with chapter 8, chapter 9, forms of market. This is comparatively easy chapter because here some part is already discussed. First is perfect competition. Perfect competition we have done in chapter 6 when we discuss price determination under perfect competition. And perfect competition is a market in which there are large number of buyers and sellers. Large number of producers, they produce homogeneous products, and no individual firm can influence the price in the market because there's so many and all of them are producing homogeneous products. So let's go into the details of the term perfect competition. We call it a feature of perfect competition. First is there are large number of buyers and sellers. How many? There are so many that no single buyer is able to influence the market. If he doesn't buy, it doesn't affect the market. Similarly, a single seller, if he doesn't produce or he produces more, it doesn't affect the price in the market. The number is large. No single buyer or single seller is able to influence the market. This is a special significance of perfect competition. The price is determined by the forces of demand and supply that we have discussed in chapter number 6. Whereas, why price is determined in the market? Because there are a large number of buyers and sellers. A single seller is not able to influence, or a single buyer is not able to influence the market. So that's why there are so many large buyers and sellers that it becomes insignificant for a one seller to influence the market. And the products are homogeneous. How do we say the products are homogeneous? Physical characteristics: quality, color, size, design is same. And also environmental factors such as location, facilities, great facility, comforts offered by the product are same. Only then we say homogeneous. In real life, we don't see this kind of situation. In real life, we don't see because it can vary from location to location. Third is freedom of entry and exit. What is freedom for entry and exit? That there is no interference by the government. No restriction on the entry of the new firm in the business and no restriction on the exit. If they want to leave the business, there is no restriction. And this will ensure that all firms in the industry earn normal profit in the long run. Why so? Because if a firm earns super profits, abnormal profits, new firms will enter. When new firms enter, supply will increase. When supply increases, price will fall. So that means the second point indicates, the second bullet point indicates that the firms earn normal profit in the long run. However, in the short run, it is possible that one of the firm earns abnormal profits. So if the firm earns abnormal profits, new firms will enter the industry, and that will lead to rise in the supply, and rise in supply means the supply and the price tend to fall. And it will continue to fall till it reaches the equilibrium point, equilibrium price, which is normal profit. Similarly, if there are losses in any firm suffer a loss, so they will leave the business. That's why there is a freedom of entry and exit. When there is a freedom of entry and exit, the firms in the long run will earn normal profits. The firms in the long run will earn normal profits. And fourth feature is perfect mobility of resources. Resources means machinery, capital, labor. These can move from one industry to another. Resources can be put to use from one type of business to another. This is to ensure this feature makes the entry and exit of the firm into the industry possible, which is the feature of perfect competition. Freedom of entry and exit and mobility of the factors is assumed to be uh, flexible. They can move from one type of business to another. And fifth feature is perfect knowledge. Perfect knowledge means the sellers know about the price. Sellers know about the price at which goods can be sold. Buyers know about the price. Ignorance is not there. And producer know about the best available technique of production. That means same cost for all the producers. In real market, if you want to buy a laptop, you don't have knowledge because you don't know why price is so high, why price is low. One producer selling at a different price. Why so? You have no knowledge. But in perfect competition, since all the products are same, homogeneous, so sellers have knowledge, buyers have knowledge. The ignorance is not there. This is an assumption of a perfect competition. And the sixth feature is transport costs are not there. It is because of the absence of transport cost, it is assumed that there are no transport cost. Only then the price can remain the same at all places. If the transport costs are included, the price will differ from one place to another. So it is assumed that the buyers and sellers incur no transport cost in purchasing or selling goods. Then only it is possible that price is the same all over the products. There is a term called pure versus perfect competition. So if we list out all the six features, the first three features, large number of buyers and sellers, homogeneity of the products, and freedom of entry and exit. This, these three features are of a pure competition. Pure competition. But in reality, pure competition does not exist. So if we take the remaining three features also, perfect mobility of resources, perfect knowledge, and absence of transport cost, if we take all the three features, it becomes perfect competition. However, the first three features makes pure competition. So that's the difference between pure and perfect competition. The second type of market is known as monopoly. What is monopoly? Single seller. Monopoly is a market structure in which there exists only single seller of a product who is the sole producer of the product, which has no close substitutes. Which has no close substitutes. Single seller is there. What are the features of perfect competition? The features of monopoly. As far as the example is concerned of monopoly in real life, we can see railways doesn't have a substitute for when it comes to transport of heavy machinery. Railway does not have, or bulk quantity, railway has no substitute. Electricity board, electricity only one body. In every state there is a state government which supplies the electricity. Nobody else can supply. So these are the real examples of monopoly features. First feature is there is a single seller but large number of buyers. Single seller. Seller has full control over the supply, and change in supply will have a significant effect on the price of the product. So if he reduces the supply, the price will go up. If he increases the supply, the price will fall. There is single seller, but number of buyers are many. Absence of close substitute. Close substitute means similar. There can be remote substitute. There are no perfect substitute. However, remote. There can be remote substitute. For example, we can produce electricity using a generator, but it will be costly and it is inconvenient. So hence, when we talk about absence of perfect substitute, we say there are no closed closed entry. Under monopoly, what happen is there is a restriction on the entry of the new firms. There is a restriction on the entry of new firms into a similar business. That is why there is monopoly or high unequal competition. That is barrier to entry of new firms due to why could be no restriction on the entry? There is restriction on the entry because the government has put the restriction, or there is a patent right. Patent right is one business has got a special right to manufacture, or it has got copyrights. One writer has got a copyright. There is no competition. He is the only one writing. He's got his right registered. किसी और को publish नहीं करने देते. Or government law is there that this business will not have any competition. The monopoly is a situation. Monopoly government does not encourage monopoly. Why government is keeping control over railways and electricity? Because if it is allowed in the private sector, they will exploit. They'll exploit. There's a drawbacks of monopoly. So government tries to minimize the injustice to the people or minimize the exploitation of customers through government control. So that's why monopoly is allowed by the government under situation whereby they do not harm the rights of the customers. But even a private producer can become a monopoly in case there is no competition. That can be the cost effectiveness. One seller is there selling the product. There is no competition. For example, in cable business, earlier there was no competition, only cable. Now we have dish. There are so many dish we can get. We can get off Reliance, we can get off Airtel, we can get off Dish TV. There are a lot of competition going nowadays. In monopoly, who is the price maker? The producer himself, because he has full control over the price, and seller can decide at what price is to sell. And that's very interesting. This is very interesting because he can discriminate. He can charge different prices from different customers. The seller may charge different prices from different sets of customers. For example, in railways, we have first class, second class, third class, AC chair, sleeper class, and general class. Some of you may not be aware of. There is one train, and the route is same. Time also same. From Delhi, it reaches Jaipur in 3 hours. Time is same. All travel at the same speed. But what is the difference? Difference lies in the quality of service. So that's why a seller may charge different prices from different sets of customers by differentiating the terms of sale. कि आपको फर्स्ट क्लास एसी मिलेगा, आपको पूरा कैबिन मिलेगा. There will not be anybody else who will disturb you. Second class, then in each compartment there will be two people facing each other, and you can separate through a curtain. Three ACs, that means there will be three sleepers, and one seat there will be three layers, and opposite also three layers. Six people will be sitting opposite each other, but still there are comforts because it's air conditioned. AC chair that you can't sleep, but you can sit on the chair. That is for shorter distances. The charges are different. In the sleeper, you can sleep. Sleeper class. Sleeper class is there is no AC, but you have a provision to sleep. General class that you can only sit, and it's not cushioned. It is only wooden or steel. So this is general class is very cheap. So poor people can travel to general class. Those who want to take little more comfortable go in the sleeper class. Those who want air condition, comfort, who want AC में अगर category आ जाती है AC 1, AC 2, AC 3. So it means there is a possibility of price discrimination according to different sets of customers. And this is allowed only in case of monopoly. Similarly, electricity board charges different rates for domestic and commercial use of electricity. For commercial, it is a high rate. So was 15 rupees, 16 rupees. Our domestic rupees is 8 rupees, 9 rupees. So that's the difference. And this third type of market is monopolistic competition. So far we have discussed two. Perfect competition, let me recap. Let's start from the beginning so that perfect competition. इसमें क्या था? Large number of buyers and sellers. They are all selling homogeneous products. Products are same. And third is there is a freedom of entry and exit. And fourth is there is a perfect mobility of resources. And there is perfect knowledge. Perfect knowledge and absence of transfer cost. So these features make perfect competition. 6 features make perfect competition, and the first 3 make pure competition. Then we discuss about monopoly. Single seller, many buyers. Absence of close substitutes. Doesn't have a competition. There is a close entry. Nobody else is allowed to enter the business. Price maker. A single seller, so he can decide the price. And possibility of price discrimination. He can charge different prices for different types of customers. Monopolistic competition is a real market. This is what we see around us. Monopolistic competition is a form of market in which there are a large number of sellers of a product, with each selling somewhat differentiated but close substitutes. So when we buy a soap, we have variety. We have a variety of soap which is available in the market. If we want to buy a LED TV, there is a variety. There are a large number of producers selling. And if we want to buy a toothpaste, there are a large number of sellers who are supplying. If we want to buy a shirt, there is a large variety. So it means, but they are substitute of each other. Same shirt is a shirt, whether it is of one company or a second. The difference is the price, difference is the brand, the difference is the color, the difference is design, the difference is maybe the fitting, because these are differentiated products. These are not same. These differ in terms of quality, these differ in terms of design, these differ in terms of features. So we say this is a monopolistic competition. Features. There are a large number of buyers and sellers. They all sell different products. No single seller can influence the price decision of others. Hence, each seller is the price maker for his own product. Differentiated products. What are the differences? Design, color, technique, size, packing, fragrance, quality, environment like premium features, credit facility, exchange offers. So this is how producer make difference in the products. Hence, there are two components in a monopolistic competition. When we say monopolistic, एक है monopoly, दूसरा है competition. Monopoly का मतलब होता है price maker. Price decision is taken by the producer himself. For example, a Sony TV costs more because उसकी quality है. Why quality है? I don't know. Ignorance है यहाँ पे. But They decide the price. iPhone इसका अपना price maker है. Nobody else can influence the price decision of iPhone. But competition भी है. Competition भी है because there are close substitute. Samsung है and some other brands also which can give competition. So therefore pricing decision के time में competition भी है. So that's why it's called monopolistic competition. Free entry and exit. Again the feature. Business can, new business people can come in and go, no restriction. The fourth feature is very significant. It's called selling costs. Selling cost is the expenditure incurred by the firm to promote the sales of the product through various sales promotion measures. For example, when it comes to a brand like Maggi, there are substitutes. So each one is trying to dominate. Or there is another brand which comes on the television and they advertise extensively. It is because competition is high. To beat the competition, there are selling costs. In case of monopolistic competition, there is huge competition, and because of that, there are huge selling costs to promote the products. Various techniques on television, on radio, in the newspapers, and in the magazines. The producers spend a lot of money in attracting customers. Besides, the price, there are non-price competition. Non-price का मतलब होता है attracting more customers through incentives like exchange offer, bonus, scratch offer, free service, etc. This is called non-price competition. And independent price policy. Each seller decides his own policy. Each seller. So when we talk about the price of soap, we have Dove soap. It costs 70 rupees. We got Liril. It costs 30 rupees. What difference? Apni marji. Quality is different, so they charge different prices. Design is different, fragrance is different, color is different, size is different, so they charge different prices. So each producer is free to decide its own prices. So I thought after a long gap, I'll cover something today, although the attendance is very thin today. 6 children are missing, 5 are missing. So Ekam has gone somewhere. Chalo. So this is what I'll share with you, and please read this topic. Tomorrow I'll take a feedback. So test will be from the topic which I have given you. I have shared 2 sets of notes. उसी में से test देना है. The other set will be given, but उसमें से test नहीं आएगा. So you revise the notes which are given to you and prepare from the topics which are given to you. So which is you have topics on numericals, numerical करने हैं, total cost, and I think average cost का रहता है बस, and revenue का रहता है. Revenue is given. So revenue is given, average cost रहेगी. तो average cost छोड़ के numerical जरूर करने हैं. Numericals and total costs and revenue. Yes, any questions so far? Shubham? Navya?
No, sir.
Okay. So it was a comparatively simple topic, like a theory. So I've given a rough idea about it, but you need to read it. So I'll share this PPT along with instruction. Okay, please read from book. जो मैंने लिखा है, it's an introduction only, but I've spoken a lot. So that part you have to read from book. For example, when I said there are large number of buyers and sellers in a perfect competition. But इसका डिटेल में एक लाइन का आंसर नहीं है इसका. In the book, it is about half page written on large number of buyers and sellers and significance of this. So use the time to read it. Yeah, holidays going on. Spend about 1 hour on the reading part, and then you can prepare for the test. So see you tomorrow on in the test. I'll have a small meeting before the test because some instruction will be given how to sit for the test. Okay, continue your revision. Any challenge for the test? Patricia?
No, sir.
Okay, good. So please prepare it by tomorrow on the notes which I have given. Okay, bye. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye bye.